Hello everyone. Hi everyone. Yay. Welcome to the live session. Welcome everyone. Yes. So you'll just see my hand in the middle. So everyone, are you ready? So you can just like type it. Oh yes. Hi Swaransh. Hello. Hello Swaransh. So yes, welcome. So yep, let's get started. So let me tell you for today's session what we are going to make. So for today's session, we are going to make this beautiful landscape painting with like a moonlight painting. Yeah, it's really beautiful. I really liked it, and I had made a small version of this as well on the stone. So like on the rock, you will also find that video on my YouTube channel, okay? So this is my painting which we are going to do today. Hi. So what we are going to do first is I'm going to use this canvas and we are going to wet it if you're using canvas. So everyone, let's start with just wetting a canvas like we every time do, and then I'll tell you what all supplies you will need. In case you're not using a canvas, for the paper you don't need to wet it, okay? If you're using a paper, don't wet it. So it's like wet it with water, or you can take little bit paint. But yes, if you're using paper, then you don't need to wet it. So after this step, I'll tell you what all materials we are going to need for our today's session. Okay? So yes, make sure you wet your canvas completely. So here it is. Okay, so for today's session, what you're going to need, what all supplies will you need? So you can see I have few paints over here. Like I have a bright color blue, I have ultramarine blue. So in case you just have one blue, that's okay. One blue color will also be fine. Yeah, I'm going to create these paints up there a little bit sideways. Yes, so one paint is also fine. One blue color is also fine if you don't have two blues, okay? Then you're going to need white color paint and black color paint. So basically the main colors are just three, that is blue, white and black. But if you have ultramarine blue, you can use that, or just three colors are okay. And now let's talk about brush. So I'm going to use this flat brush which you can see. So I like this flat brush and I'm going to use this one. But yeah, if you don't have a flat brush, a round brush is also fine. Like you can see a round brush here. So in case you don't have a flat brush, a round brush will also work. Okay. So I'm going to keep this back as this is optional. So what else will you need? So for making this tree, like see this one, the tree trunk, you can use another small size flat brush. Okay, so this is like 12, it says 12 size, 12 number. So it might be different for you. Okay, good Swaransh, you have two blue colors, great. So you can use a smaller brush as well, or a round brush as well, instead of this, okay? Then for making the tree leaves, the palm tree leaves, I have this thin brush. Okay, so what I did, I just cut my brush so it became thin a little bit, like the bristles. So I'm going to use this brush, and yeah, this brush I just kept optional in case I need it. So these are the things which you will need. So these are the three main things which I will be using, and these are the four colors, okay, which I will be using. I'm going to keep it a little bit far. Then you will need water, okay, one to clean your brush and one in case you need. Okay, so I have two water containers here, and you will need your paper towel or your cloth to just clean your brush, okay? So yes everyone, these are all the supplies you're going to need for today's live session. So if you have any question, like go ahead and just type it in the chat window. Okay, so live chat, you'll see one chat window there, so you can type your questions over there. Okay, so yes everyone, and let me know if you all can hear me clearly. So I just forgot to tell that, mention that if you can't hear me, let me know whether you want me to speak more louder. Okay, so yep, that's it. And yeah, I didn't mention my name as well. So yeah, I'm Ashlesha. So I just forgot to mention my name. So whoever don't know me, I'm Ashlesha and welcome to this live session. So we take this live session every week. We just in middle we didn't take, but yeah, we're gonna continue it again for every week. Okay, so I guess are you all ready? We can get started with painting.
Voice level is good. I just checked.
Oh, okay. And yeah, there is Chetan next to me. So you cannot see him on camera, but he's there. So yes everyone, let's start. So first what we are going to do, we are going to divide our canvas into two parts. One is going to be for the sky, okay, and the other one is going to be for the sea and the land. Okay, so in case you want to make any changes, you can draw it a little bit higher, a little bit lower, it's totally fine. So first let's start drawing or dividing our canvas into two parts. So I'm going to take this blue color, light blue color, and I'm going to draw a line here. So yes, you can also draw it with a pencil. So like this. Okay, draw a line. So it's a little bit towards the bottom, it's not very top. Okay, so we are going to color it from white, then light blue, and then dark blue, and then if needed black. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit white to my brush. So make sure your brush is wet. We want the brush to be wet, we don't want it to be like dry. So you can dip it into water and then just squeeze it a little bit. So I took a little bit white and I'm going to just apply it here. So if you observe, I'm going to go in one direction. See, one flow like this here, slowly going up. So make sure you do it really slowly. So I had a little bit glue to my this brush when I did the line. So very slowly I'm going to come back again. So remember to do it very slowly, don't press it too hard. So I'm using acrylic paint, and if in case you're using any other color paint, then yeah, it's okay. Just remember, don't press it too hard, do it really softly. Okay, so very softly you're going to just move your brush over it. So something like this. Okay, then I'm going to give white layer again, but later, because right now my canvas is a little bit wet, and if I just move it again, then there are chances that the paint might come out or it won't stick, the white won't be there. So I'm going to do it later. So now I'm going to take blue color paint, that is light blue. In case you have one blue, it's okay. So I'm going to leave a little bit gap, and then I'm going to start again in one direction, going back and forward, and then slowly coming down close to the white patch. See, and I'm just moving my brush slowly, so it is helping me in blending here very slowly. Remember, we have to do it very slowly. There it is. So you can see it has blended. Okay, so what I did, I'm going to repeat the steps in case you missed anything. And yeah, remember this is a live session, but you can pause it and do it at your speed, okay? So you can pause it anytime and take your time for painting. Even if I'm doing it a little bit quick, you can take your time. So first what I did, I just did a line, okay? And then I took white color paint and then I just applied it at the bottom. So like this much I applied white color paint. So I already had a little bit blue, so that's the reason it became light blue here, okay? And then I left a little bit gap and I took blue, and yes, then the blue goes, and I'm going to extend the blue a little bit. So here I'm going to extend it slightly up. Remember, do it in the same direction you're doing, okay? So like sideways from one side to the other corner, from to the other corner back to the center. Here. Like this. I'm slowly coming down. So yes, there it is. So let me know if you are ready. I'm gonna wait for like a minute and then I'll move to the next step. Yeah, this is a little bit like an easy painting, so we might finish it a little bit fast. So yes everyone, I hope it's going good. So like after doing the blue color, what I'm going to do, okay, I got a little bit white on my brush. I'm going to take dark blue, okay? So this is ultramarine blue, or I will say, yeah, ultramarine blue. And again, I'm going to leave a little bit gap. And then I'm going to start from here, see? Like this. Coming back, forward. Okay, then I'm slowly coming down. So remember, when you come down, you don't need to have paint on your brush, okay? Slowly coming down. I'm just moving my brush in the same direction, slowly coming down and filling any white patches I have. And then if you observe, it's blending. Here. Like this. Okay. And I'm going to apply a little bit dark blue in the center, like this, and black to the corners. Now I'm taking black, I'm applying it to the corners, see, like this, and then I'm coming inside. So remember, you should take very little black, okay? We don't want a lot of black. You have to take very little black. So in case you think you need a little bit more dark to the edges, you can do it. But initially, make sure you take very little black. Okay, don't take more black, otherwise it's going to get dark, very dark. So again, make sure you apply very less pressure. So while painting, what is important, that how much pressure you apply, how much control you have on your brush. If you have that control, then it's like it won't be hard. So like it looks like I need to add one more layer of black, so it will become a little bit dark. So yes everyone, how is it going? Are you ready or you want me to wait a little bit? Let me know. Hi. Hi Suman. Hi Dinesh. And what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take black, very little black again, and I'm going to just again add it to the corners, and then here like this. Okay, then I'm coming down slowly, applying this blue color. And yeah, I think I need to add a little bit more over here. Now when I went when I was doing the dark patch on the top, I tried to use my brush in a circular way, okay, like this, creating circles. But remember, it is still from one end to the other end and from the other to the back to the first one, okay. So after doing this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean my brush, because we are going to add few lines in middle, so this looks like just plain layer. So to add few lines in middle, like you can see, I have few lines of here, dark and light. We also have to do the moon. So I'm going to clean my brush. Oh, hi Anil. Thank you for coming. Here I clean my brush, and then while cleaning it, like while using the paper towel or the cloth, I'm just tapping, okay. I'm just pressing it like that. I'm not like dragging it, I'm pressing it slightly. So yeah, we are left with painting it a little bit more. So let me know everyone, how is it going? Swaransh, how is it going for you? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit patches here and there. So for that, if you want, you can take a small brush, like a flat brush or a round brush. Anything is okay. But make sure you just tap it, dip it a little bit into water, and then you make it dry, okay? So now I'm going to take a little bit of white color paint, okay, and I'm just going to apply few lines like this, see. But yeah, I have to blend it, so I'm going to take blue now, and then see, I'm just moving my brush very slowly, okay. So you can hear that sound, that dragging sound, but yeah, it is soft. Like, I'm not doing it with a lot of pressure. I'm trying to do it softly, and I'm going to take a little bit of blue. You can create like clouds. You can create circular lines as well. See? Like, it will give a little bit foggy or cloudy effect. But you can just give one line, straight line, instead of doing many like this. Yeah, but remember that you don't get dark lines up, and like be very careful. See, now here I am getting dark lines, so I'm going to take a little bit water and white, and there I'm applying. So I'm just moving my brush into circular way, okay? And yeah, everyone, let me know, like, if you just want to learn how to make clouds, we can also do a session on that. Thank you. And yeah, don't forget to like as well, okay? Don't forget to like our video. So here I just created a little bit cloud effect by just moving my brush into straight circular motion. And yeah, you can also move it straight as well, just to create few lines. And I'm gonna add a little bit white over here, very little. And I'm going to take a little bit water so it will help me in blending. So you can play with it, you can add more clouds, you can add less clouds, but remember, don't just like drag it, otherwise the paint will come out. So like I tried to drag it here and the paint came out slightly, so I'm just applying it very softly. So remember, don't drag too much, otherwise the paint will come out, okay? So now I'm going to take white color paint and I'm going to create a circle. So like I want the moon to be here. So if you want, let your paper dry, let the surface dry, and then you can draw it with pencil, and then you can paint it. But if you're using pencil, make sure you do it very lightly. So here, it goes around. Okay, so first make a circle with white paint. I'm just making these edges a little bit soft as it is slightly thick. Like this. Then take a little bit white paint and just tap over it. See, I'm just tapping. I'm going to take dark paint and here I'm going to tap. So it's just tapping and taking very little paint. Don't take a lot of paint. Like this, just keep tapping. So if the colors are mixing for you, I will say wait for some time and then do. Yeah, then I'm going to take a little bit dark blue. And I'm going to add more white to this, but once it dries. Because we need it to be a little bit more white, not too blue. So now it's looking blue, but I'm going to let it dry and then I'll do white over it. Okay, so yes everyone, we are like almost done with the sky. So let me know, how is it going? Thank you, and thank you everyone for commenting. Thank you so much. So after this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my flat brush, okay, this flat brush, and we are going to create some white dots over it. So for that, I have my this water a little bit clean water. I'm going to keep it here. Okay, and then I'm going to take paint. So this I have right now a dry brush. I'm going to take paint on the tip. Then I'm going to dip it in water, a little bit in water. And you can either sprinkle it like this. Okay, you can see it's slightly coming. I need to take a little bit more paint and a little bit more water. See, you can either do it this way or you can tap over it. So for that I need to take again white paint, water, and there. So take less water, don't take a lot of water. Okay, here. So you need to have a little bit thick brush, or I will say hard brush, so you'll get the spots more nice. Okay, so there it is. And yes, you can also use your brush, a normal brush, a thin one, and you can create dots over it like this, big and small. Here. So you can also use the back side like this, and then you can create dots with that as well. So I just told you the techniques, like what all you can use to create these dots. Okay, just be careful when you're doing this. You can try it first. If you're doing it for the first time, you can try it on a normal paper, so you'll know like how it should look. And yeah, there it is. And I'm gonna just clean my finger. Yep. So now let's move ahead. So once, let this dry a little bit. Okay, so by the time this is drying, we can do the sea and the land. Okay, so it's like a mixture of sea and land. So I'm going to start with blue. So a little bit light blue. Okay, here to the corners. See, make sure you create only horizontal lines. We need only horizontal lines here. It's really important that you draw horizontal lines, not vertical lines. Like this. Then I'm going to take white. Exact below the moon, we need to take white. Here I'm taking white. Like this. I'm taking a little bit more white. And yes, remember horizontal lines. As it comes down, it's going to get thinner. So I need to do one more white layer, but yes, I'm going to do it a little bit later. Okay, and then I'm going to take dark blue. So dark blue is going to be very less. Anyways, we are going to create like a white patch there for the land. In case you think you don't want to create the line effect, you can just do blue till the end and a little bit black. So like here, horizontal lines, make sure you don't leave white spots. Yes, like this. Okay, so there it is. So rest all I'm going to do black. So I'm not going to just paint it, like add more shades to the corners. But if you think you want to continue doing the water effect, only water, you don't want land, then you can continue adding the color. Okay, so again I'm gonna let it set for like a minute. So by the time you can tell me like how is it going for you. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. And yeah, don't forget to like our video. You can look for more exciting videos on my channel. So you will also find clay video, craft video, and I'm soon going to post some cooking video as well. Okay. Yes, so I guess we can start with the next step. So I'm gonna add a little bit more blue lines, okay? So I'm gonna take my brush and then I'm gonna take blue. So I think I need to add a little bit more blue lines here and here. Okay, like this. And then I'm going to start with black. So remember, when you're doing black, be very careful. We don't want to do a lot of black, okay? So I'm going to look at my picture. So I can keep it here. Let's see if I get a little bit space to keep my painting. There it is. And I'm going to keep it a little bit high. Yeah, so I can see it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to first create a patch. Okay, so make sure your paint is slightly dry. It is not like very wet. Let it dry a little bit. And then here. So I need land. So I'm going to create a patch over here. Like this. A little bit random. I'm trying to do it a little bit random. Like this, then it's going up, okay, on this side. So if you're getting like a different shade here, like something blue color, you have to wait, okay? So now over here, I'm going to just create a line like this, and even here. Then few lines over here, like to show some land. So make sure you don't take a lot of paint, take very less paint. Here like this. There it is. So we don't want like a lot of black. Okay, I think this looks good. And I can draw one over here. Okay. So there it is. So it looks like this for now. So remember, let it dry a little bit. Don't do it immediately. Let it dry. And I'm going to keep this back because I don't need it immediately. So I'll have a lot of space for my painting. So yes, so make sure you can pause at any time. So at any time you think you need a little bit time for drawing the background, then pause it and then let it dry and then do, okay? So pause the video. So make sure like this is dry when you do the tree. So next what we are going to do is we are going to add a little bit white patches to the moon as well as few white patches here, and then we'll start with the palm trees. So in case your background is not dry, then let it dry and then do, okay? So because if it's dry it's more easy to paint, and if it's wet then there are chances that you'll get paint on your hands and it will pass all over your paper. So let it dry. So I'm going to take white and then I'm going to tap here a little bit. See, for the moon I'm just tapping. I'm tapping here like this on one side, and then I'm gonna create like a little bit white patch here as well. I'm going to take a little water and here few white patches. So this is optional, in case you want then you can do this. Okay, like this. And yeah, I'm going to create a white line here as well, a little bit. Why to create that? So this is differentiated, like the sky and the moon will be differentiated. So it's a full moon we have. Okay, so yes, it looks like this. Okay, so I guess I'm done with my background. Now I need to focus on the trees. So for the trees, I'm going to use my flat brush, which I'm just cleaning it. Okay, which is this one. Okay, my flat brush and a thin one. So these are the two brushes which I'll be using, and I'm going to create a line here with blue as well. There it is. Yes, it's like how much I play with it, it's not going to stop. So yeah, so I have a flat brush for my trees, like for drawing the tree trunk, and I have a thin brush, okay, for drawing the leaves. Okay, so these are the two brushes which I will be using. So yeah, let's move ahead. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little bit paint. So if your paint is thick, I will say add a little bit water to your paint so it becomes thin and it's more easy. Okay, so remember, you're going to put here, you're going to drag it as it goes up, and I'm going to hang my painting here like I can see it. So from here it's going to go up. I'm going to hold it to the dry place, my finger I'm going to put there, and then from here it goes up like this. See, I'm moving my brush slightly, so I'm getting a thinner edge. See, I'm adjusting. We don't want very straight line, we want it a little bit curvy like this, and a little bit here as well. There is one, and I'm going to do the other one as well. So make sure you don't you have to focus on your hand. So when it goes up, you're going to slightly lift your hand. Okay, slightly lift your hand as you go up, and make sure that you focus on it. Focus, like in your mind or with your eyes, first draw the line how you want the line. Okay, so like I want the curve to go this way, and when it's going to go up, I'm going to lift my hand and it's going to be thin. So it's going to be fat at the bottom. I'm going to make it slightly fat here, and it's going to be thin on the top. Okay, So now the same thing I'm going to do on the other side. So it's okay if it's a little bit up and down. And yeah, if you want to add more trees, like you want to add trees here, smaller one, you can. You just want one tree, you can leave it one. If you want the moon to be big, you can make the moon big as well, okay? So starting from here, it's going to go up like this till here. So here it goes like this. So take your time, everyone. You can also draw it with pencil first if you're not sure, and then you can do it with the brush, okay? So take your time. It's okay if it is a little bit up and down, a little bit different, if it's not exact in center, it's okay. And here I'm going to make it thick. You can first draw it with pencil and then do it with brush. There it is, the tree trunk. And even here I'm going to create a little bit thick line. Okay, so the tree trunk is ready. And if you want to add any more details to it, go ahead, you can add. Like if you want to draw small grass over here, you can draw the grass. And I'm going to give one more layer to this black because it is looking a little bit like navy blue shade, because my blue was wet when I did this black layer. So there. There it is. So I just made this thing dark, and for these lines I'm not going to make it very dark or dark to every of them. So I want it to show like a little bit watery effect on it, so I'm going to leave it a little bit plain. Yes, so now let's draw these leaves. One curve, 2, 3. You can use a thin brush for this, okay? 4 and 5, I guess. Just need it a little bit big. So I'm going to do it big while painting. You can use a thin brush for this. Then here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a 6th one. Okay, I guess I need one more here. Yeah. So yes, I'm very excited. We are almost towards the end of our painting. So yeah, I'm reading the comments. So thank you everyone. Thank you so much. And I'm glad that you liked my painting. And I really want to see your painting as well. So let's start with the leaves. So for that, I'm going to take a thin brush. So as I told, I cut this, okay? I cut this with a scissor to make it thin. So I'll get a fine tip. So you get fine tip brushes. So this was also like 0 size, I guess. So there is like 000 as well, where you'll get more thinner lines. You can use that. So while drawing the lines, I will say you can practice it a little bit on paper and then draw the leaves, okay? So I'm going to explain you this one. So what I did over here, I just did few lines coming down, but see, what is the main focus? All of these should point at the same direction, and you're going to follow the curve you have. Like if it's upside, it's going to go straight, and all of these lines are they're going to meet at one point. They're going to meet towards the edges, okay? Edges of this middle lines which we did. So let's start. So you can practice it first if you're doing it for first time, and if you're confident, then go ahead, you can do it. So make sure this is dry a little bit. Mine is a little bit wet and a little bit dry, but yeah, I can do it. So at least this thing is dry, I guess. Yeah, it's slightly wet. I'm going to start with this one. So okay, and starting from here, I'm going to draw lines coming down. I'm going to lift my hand after each and every lines. You can also see the video like how I did these lines. I tried to zoom it there and show you like how the lines I made it. I'm like lifting my hand, but make sure you don't get black on your canvas or your paper. Like this. Lift your hand after each and every stroke. Then coming here, I'm going to rotate it a little bit so it's more easy for me. Lift your hand for each and every stroke. You just need to leave it. I got a fat one here. So take your time, everyone. So if you'll concentrate and play some music, and it's really relaxing. This is very relaxing. So the main goal is like lift your hand after each and every stroke. You're like leaving the stroke, so that way you're getting fine edge to the corners, fine tip to each stroke. I'm taking a little bit water so it's more easy for getting thinner strokes. But thank you, Anil. There it is, the first tree is ready. Okay, now the second one. So now this is like a little bit wet, but yeah, make sure you don't have anything on your hand, okay? Otherwise it's going to get black. And yeah, okay, so mine is slightly wet, so I'm going to be very careful while you do this. I don't want to touch my hand on the canvas. Okay, so I'm going to take help of my finger. and there. So try to lift your hand after each and every stroke. Taking a little bit water to my black paint. Hi Suman. Okay, I'm going to just rotate my canvas so it's more easy for me. Because yeah, like this way I can rest my hand and then I get more thin lines. And yeah, I just messed up a little bit because I wasn't able to like rest my hand and do it. So yeah, look for your comfort position and then do. So there I'm rotating it again. So you will find this video on our YouTube channel itself. So in case you want to do it again, you miss any step, you can go behind and watch again, okay? So they're almost done. I guess I will need a little bit black. Yes, so be very careful. Now I don't have anything to put my hand on. See here, thinner strokes. Okay, now another one more, two to go. Almost done. And yeah, there it is. So yeah,
It is looking very beautiful.
thank you. Thank you. So now what I'm going to do, like if you want, you can add some lines here as well. Okay, like this. Few strokes here, but this is again optional if you want. Okay, and we are just left with the birds. So I'm going to draw my birds here. And let me know everyone, how is it going for you? So here. Oh, great, Swaransh. Thank you, Preeti. Thank you. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw one curve here, another one here, and a small line for the bird. Here, here, and here. So more 2-3 birds. So from here, one line like this, one line like this, and here. Okay. There it is, the birds are also ready. So yes everyone, this is our painting. It's done, it's ready. And yes, are you ready with your painting? And I can see Swaransh is ready. Good. So what you can do is you can post the picture of your painting on my on my Instagram page or Facebook page, okay? So there I will be able to see your painting, and don't forget to like this video. And thank you everyone. If you have any questions regarding any step, you can contact me through YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, okay? So I hope you all enjoyed, and I'm glad you all will join me. Thank you so much. We'll see you again in our next session. So I'll keep posting when I'll be having my next session, okay? So yes, thank you everyone. Take care. Bye bye.